All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Barakatham, Shalom, all praise, all glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Double honor to the apostles, the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect brothers out there. This is Brother Taziwan from the Atlanta camp, and I just want to do a quick Israelites and history lesson. I just recently got this book. It's a book dealing with the tribe of Gad. As you can see, the so-called Native American Indians, and it's entitled the Great Chiefs. Okay, so I was looking through the book, and I just want to get a little bit more hands-on things for the truth. Some books and whatnot, just dealing with the history. And there's a lot of paintings from the late 1800s that depict Gad and the great chiefs and and their glory, so to speak. And I was just flipping through the book, the images, and you have a lot of other Israelites out there and other Israelite groups that say that the so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, are not Israelites. But if you were to do your research and, of course, follow the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, you would see that that indeed that the so-called Native Americans, including all the various tribes, they are from the tribe of Gad. They are Israelites. Okay, and these paintings, they're done by Edomites, okay, from that time period. Like I said, the late 1800s. I believe this book was published in was published in 1975 by Time Life, but the actual paintings and the different references they got was from a let me see if I can get it here. Let's see. It says here under the author, Benjamin Capps, a freelancer who makes his home in Grand Prairie, Texas, has written 9 books dealing with the Great Plains in the 19th century. Okay, it says shortly before undertaking the Great Chiefs, he completed the Warren Wagon Train Raid, a study of an 1871 episode that marked the high point of Kiowa resistance against encroaching Texans. All right, so he studied these books, but the actual painter, I don't think it gave the matter of fact, I'm gonna start with this painting here. This is from Wolf Chief, head chief of the Mandans. Okay, it says a hardy, austere, and overbearing man, said Catlin of this tribal leader, and that's what I was looking for. The painter's name was Catlin, and he had painted these images in the late 1800s, and during the expansion of America towards the west. I'm gonna finish reading it. It says, whose people lived along the upper Missouri in lodges constructed of earth-covered logs. Now, I just want to do a brief lesson, just go into it. These paintings here in this book, that as you can see exemplified by their garb, you can see that they're wearing the fringes, okay, and they have the border of blue upon the fringes, okay. There's other images here that I'm gonna show, but first I'm gonna get these scriptures here, because these things just help to show the truth of the scriptures and the truth that we've been speaking for so long. Because a lot of people, they don't believe that the Native Americans, the Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Dominicans, Venezuelans, and Brazilians, and so forth, they're all those people that's over here in the Americas, that they're Israelites. Okay, but history proves differently, and the scriptures say differently. Okay, this is the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations." So throughout the generations, that was a law upon the children of Israel to as part of their garments or their garb, to put fringes upon their garments. And you see that. Okay. He has fringes here at the end. You see the different fringes on this chief's garment here. Okay. And it says throughout the generations, meaning over time, each generation of children shall know that this is how we're supposed to dress. Okay. It says and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And you see that. You see the fringes and you see the ribbon of blue. And he has it in a creative way all around the back of his garment, up in the arm, up on the shoulders. Okay. And that's an Israelite, but that's a so-called Native American. And this is a wolf chief, head chief of the Mandans. Okay. Pull another scripture. And these are scriptures that brothers know, but it's just to edify, Romans 8. The book of Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It says, "The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High." Okay? So the spirit of the Israelites is going to be shown throughout the generations, no matter what captivity or what time period, who the Most High's people are. Okay? The Spirit actually just had me turning that image right before I turned the camera on, but there's a couple more images I have. It's just a couple of paintings of the chiefs. And if anything else comes out in this book, I'll do another lesson on it. Let's see here. I'll do another lesson on it. Pictures and paintings of Gadites. Okay. You got more paintings here. I have some images. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here's another depiction of Gad here. Niggas, you see the ribbon of blue, and then he has the fringes. Okay. All right. And these are all in their garments, man. Okay. Another group of Gad. And look here. Now, it's good to talk about, the different tribes being like a speckled bird. And you have a couple of lighter skinned Gadites here, but then you have a real dark skinned Gadite brother here. Okay. Which would probably be more likely, mistaken for a so-called black or Negro or African American, but it's from the tribe of Gad. Okay. Because we are different shades of brown, man. These other Israelites, they don't really have no true understanding on the spirit of the scriptures. So they run with emotion. Now, this image here, I want to highlight here. I have read the caption. Now, of course, during this point, the tribe of Gad was going off. They didn't, although they did keep the laws as far as the fringes and borders of blue, they still didn't have a true full understanding of their heritage and where they came from. And they also sinned against the Most High. But I noticed something here, and this spirit has always been in Gad, even until the time that Esau came over here, and even today. But I'm just going to read this caption here. It says, "Members of the Dreamer cult that took hold among the Nez Percys by 1860 surround the prophet Smohala, sitting in a white shirt." Now, this is their prophet, okay? Or who they deem to be a prophet. Not that he was a prophet of Yahweh Shai Shai, because we're being set up today to teach this word. Okay, so I'm going to put that disclaimer out there. But it was something I noticed. Okay. Now what's something I noticed here? It says right now, this is the guy here, but this is what he said. Now he could have came to him in a dream or something that a dream revealed to him, but it's the spirit of the scriptures. Okay, it says he preached that the Indian dead would arise and drive the white man from their land. Okay, because God knew and they understood, and certain spiritual men, although Gad was not the priest of Israel. Okay, like I said, the spirit of the Lord still rests upon our people. And you had certain men that's more spiritual than others in all the tribes. And I guess whatever dream. Now the scripture says that dreams do lift up fools. And of course, Gad was worshiping other gods. But this thing he said, I just noticed that it did line up with the scriptures, that eventually Gad would arise and drive the white man from the land. Now, not necessarily drive them from the land, but Gad is going to arise and awaken to who they are, because it's in our spirit. Gad knew in the spirit that one day this devil, this so-called white man, was going to be overtaken. Okay, so I'm gonna read the scripture here. This is, let's go back to the beginning, which is the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 49. And Genesis 49 and 19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, which they were overcame by Esau and his cavalry. Okay. It says, but he shall overcome at the last. So it was in Gad's spirit to war against Esau, the so-called white man, and that's the main part of this book here goes into. Okay, you see, now these are the troops that overcame Gad. You know, certain generals and soldiers, Colonel John Gibbon, Colonel Samuel Sturgis, an Indian hater, Colonel Nelson Miles. Okay, but the scripture says that Gad shall overcome at the last, because we were all of Israel, but I say the tribe of Gad, they were and they still are a warrior people. Okay, a part of the warrior tribes. All right. A couple more images I do want to show here. This is an image of some of the garments, and you can see Gad has the fringes. Okay. All right, and on this garment here, I believe this is actually a woman's dress. You can see the fringes with the border of blue. Okay, the fringes with the border of blue on the garment. Okay, so the Israelites, man, there's no doubt about it. You can't deny it. Okay, this is a good image here. You can see Gad on horses, because, like I said, we're warriors. Okay, and this is the troops that overcame Gad. But as the scripture says, Gad shall overcome at the last. And you can see they're wearing the fringes with the border blue. Okay, and the troops did overcome Gad. Okay, they did overcome the so-called Native American Indians, and this is a painting, which is the capture and death of Sitting Bull. Okay, and you can see those are Israelites. Okay, but I'm gonna end it here. I just want to read this last, dealing with this book here. It says, last convulsion of the Indian Wars. It says, in the turbulent days after Sitting Bull was killed, U.S. soldiers sped across the Sioux reservation to round up chiefs who might lead a full-scale uprising. On the morning of December 29th, 1890, 2 cavalry squadrons and a company of artillerymen tried to disarm a band led by Chief Bigfoot at a camp beside Wounded Knee Creek. It says, during the confrontation, a medicine man began to perform the ghost dance, as though to suggest that the religion's prophecy of the collapse of white civilization might begin to come true here. Like I said, it was in Gad's spirit, to to take down the so-called white man, but it wasn't to come to pass at that time. Now the Most High is raising up Gad to who they are and understanding what true prophecy is and who the men of the Lord are. Okay, starting with the apostle of Great Millstone on down to bring this word out and bring hope to the elect of Israel. Okay, out here teaching. So they thought that things were going to happen at that particular point, but the truth hadn't come out yet. Okay, so it says, suddenly an Indian fired his gun, hitting no one, but drawing a cataclysmic response from the soldiers' weapons. I mean, Esau's weapons. And it says, by the time a ceasefire was called, about half of Bigfoot's 350 followers, together with the chief himself, lay dead. So that goes back to the prophecy. Okay, and I'm going to read that again. This is Genesis 49 and verse 19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Right? So this is soldiers, and they've overcome the so-called Native Americans, but at the last, okay, Gad is going to be woken up to who they are, and they're going to prophesy first, and the Spirit and probably how about Shai deliver the elect from that tribe. Okay, let's go to Revelation real quick, and then I'll end it. Go to Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 4. It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay. Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. Okay, so the Native Americans are Israelites. Okay, you see the friend is on the cover. Okay, they're warrior people, the spear, the bow, and the horse, to exemplify their spirit. Okay, but Yahweh Shem Shai is going to raise up the elect, starting with the 144,000, deliver us, and then we're going to bring the kingdom on the earth. But with that, I'm going to end it there. I hope our brothers were edified. And, of course, all praises go to Yahweh Bashmi Shai for giving me the spirit. Double honor to the apostle of the Great Millstone. And Shalom.